What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So a lot of big things have happened, a lot of big modifications for the truck have just taken place, and I'm working on editing that, but I feel bad I haven't gotten a video to you guys here in a little bit. So we're going to go over my quick little review here of initial impressions with my 175 stock CC injectors, along with my CNC Fabrication, which I am wearing their t-shirt now, which I have a clip of the back of it. The back looks awesome. Really cool t-shirts, great company to work with. Odawg Diesel Injection, again, another phenomenal company to work with. Before we get into this upload, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Or if you're someone that regularly watches our videos, hit it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy our content. So guys, here we are heading out to grab bite to eat with my family, and the truck is running amazing. Very smooth idle, currently running Windrunner Performance Engineering tunes. I'm running his race tune, which the truck is loving. Just very smooth power across the whole band. I have an incredibly smooth idle, which again, I think comes from just freshening up, basically freshening up the top end of everything. You know, getting those new injectors in there. Well, Freeman injectors essentially, but they might as well be new. Odawg Diesel, I have their premium injectors. It's a upgraded spool valve, and it's also an upgraded solenoid, so premium product. Now, some of you out there may recognize that I was complaining of some hot starts and everything, and we're getting into some videos addressing that, but I think we need to do a pull. It is just so much fun. I'm not even full throttle, I'm like half throttle, and the truck just pulls like you wouldn't believe. So anyway, as I was saying, many of you know that I was dealing with some starting issues, which that turned out to be the O-ring that sits on top of the J-tube. Those of you that have the earlier style high pressure oil pumps know that we have a different setup than the later style, but there's a tube that sits right on top, and it goes into the cover, which sends signal to the IPR and ICP sensor. That's where they're able to read pressure. Now, everything else was good until I did injectors, and I missed a connection there, which gave me my no start. That was user error. Both of them were user error. When I did the IPR valve, I wasn't careful enough, and I destroyed the top O-ring on the J-tube. That's my fault. So, two things to consider. I'll get that in video form here in the coming weeks. Let's do another pull. Holy crap. That still wasn't flooring it. Anyway, guys, the truck drives amazing. It pulls like you would not believe. Now, here is one thing to consider is I've also noticed an increase in exhaust temps. So I need to actually do that. Like that little pull there spiked me at 1400 exhaust temps. Now it comes right back down. But the point is the Power Max Turbo struggles with 175 stock nozzles, and this isn't even as all out of a race tune as they come. Innovative Diesel Performance is where that's going to come from. They seem to be one of the best as far as just going fast. This is my favorite tune for daily driving. It's got plenty of power when I need it. It's fun. It's low smoke output. Yeah, when you get on it like I did back there, you get a nice puff. But generally speaking, it's a very clean tune to run. And I would estimate that I am easily in the mid 400s, if not high 400s with this tune. Again, this is a milder version of Innovative Diesel's tune. It's just the goal of this tune was different. That's why I'm estimating that I'm at less power. But at the same time, that's the most throttle I've given it so far. I wouldn't be shocked to find out that I am actually at that 500 horsepower mark, because man, did that thing pull. Which, speaking of going fast. I don't know if you can constitute this truck as a fast truck, but it does pull hard, and truck guy Joe and myself are working on having another meet soon. There's a track by him. We don't have any dates, guys. I'm just throwing it out there. There's something coming up where him and I are going to meet up and do some racing. So the CNC Fabrication Stage 1 pump is a very mild performance upgrade. It's not necessarily meant to be a huge upgrade from the stock pump. However, due to some tighter tolerances and some stricter quality control, he is able to achieve that this pump will outperform a stock one by a little bit. He doesn't, claim anything it's not. He just says it's a very little amount, but it is there. And it's also with an upgraded housing. Until recently, I thought the only way to get an upgraded housing in the early style trucks was to go with the diesel site adrenaline pump. Nothing against those guys. It looks awesome. I love the way that pump looks, and I'm sure it performs just as good as it looks. But to get the equivalent pump that I just got, I'd have to spend $400 more. So from a price standpoint, it's hard not to say I think the Stage 1 from CNC Fabrication is where I want to go. Again, I'm not talking bad about the adrenaline pump, and I'm sure it's amazing, and I've looked at it for a long time. And until I found CNCfab pumps, I was planning on buying it. So now that we know we have a healthy high pressure oil system, we know we have a healthy set of injectors, the 175 stock is definitely a great upgrade. A lot of people don't talk much about it, but I'm telling you, they are capable of approximately mid 500 horsepower mark. So I'm expecting to be between 530 and 560 when I go back on the dyno. I am going back up to Diesel Doctor for that. And I'll get some more specifics about his dyno out there when I do that video. A lot of you guys were asking, and when I get up there, I'm going to ask loaded, unloaded. I'm not sure, but he goes to a ton of events. He's out there all the time, but we'll find out what it says. I know the track times I was putting down were very close as far as saying what kind of power the truck should be making. So, again, a lot of I wasn't right there. My mile per hour was accurate. I was right up there with I had the mile per hour to back up the horsepower, but I couldn't get the launch down to state 503. So I do believe the truck was making that, and I feel it's definitely making a bit more. I think it's hard to tell between 30, 40 horsepower increase, but this Windrunner Performance Engineering tune is a completely different tune compared to my previous version for stock injectors. So I do think there's something there. I'm excited to run the Innovative Diesel Performance tune just to see how hard it pulls. And I'm excited to tow. We have another towing trip coming up. I need to get some more footage for you guys of me towing and actually in the truck talking. So now that I have a car mount again, I didn't have that last time, we'll get some footage of that. The truck drives just great. I just want to say that what I really appreciate about this tune is its incredibly low smoke output. I can drive this and produce literally no smoke. Maybe a haze if I roll into the throttle pretty hard. And now I can drive it and make a ton of smoke. I just don't prefer to do that. And it's just smooth. There's something very refined about the tune. For instance, the Innovative Diesel Performance, their Ultimate X tune, it's their race tune. It's as big as it gets for a 6-liter Powerstroke. And I gotta tell you, it just feels a little unrefined. Oh, it's making hands down the most power. It's a blast to drive, but it doesn't have that just smooth factory finish to it. This tune has that, and plenty of power. You will not be disappointed. At some point, I do plan to run this tune at the track, but I have a feeling the Innovative Diesel Performance will outperform this as far as how fast we can go. So obviously, when you're at the track, you want to go as quick as you can, but at some point I will load this tune and give it a whirl and see what it can do. I do have plans to sell these injectors and make one more upgrade, but I didn't want to do that until I had a regulated return system that gets rid of the factory deadhead in the system. So once I do that, I will be more into getting these next set of injectors in the truck and work on that from there. We're also going to delete the fuel bowl under the hood, get that out of our way. Doing injectors, it's not the worst job in the world. If you are, I would consider myself intermediate-ish as far as working on trucks. I think I'd probably do more than the average person, but I am by no means a mechanic. No means a mechanic. Emphasis on that line. But I do think I do a decent job, and it took me, I can do a set of injectors in a day. Is that fast? No. In fact, it's incredibly slow as far as doing injectors. But if you plan if you set a weekend aside for you to do injectors on your truck, you will be just fine. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this upload, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time stopping by, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment down below letting us know what you think of the video. Sorry it's not more action-packed. We do have some fun stuff coming. I have a rough video coming up with 0 to 60 times, quarter-mile times, and 1/8 mile times coming. Just running the Torque Pro. The Torque Pro is a little inaccurate because of my tire size, that I'm not running a factory tire, but it'll give us a ballpark range of where we're at. So anyway, guys, again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.